Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here, and welcome to the Sunday Recap, my weekly vlog where I talk about the games I played in the last week and some of the news items that caught my eye in the last week. So, as always, we start with EVE Online. I must say I only played a bit of EVE Online, definitely less than average. The guilty party here is the next game that I'll show you, but I've basically just done some maintenance, right? I did a bit of industry, my research kept up with my planetary interaction, just basically the lowest amount needed to keep everything flowing nicely. I did a little bit more Citadel prep, but it has mostly been catching up to news, reading about what's happening both at CCP and inside the game. So from that perspective, I did not play a lot of EVE Online, and I could quickly answer a question that was asked is how do I play EVE Online without letting it consume all of my free time. So how do I combine that with playing other games, with having a full-time job and all of that sort of stuff? I would say the biggest thing is I just basically pay my subscription, so I don't have that pressure to grind a Plex every month or anything like that. I also only play on one account. I don't want to start multi-boxing, multiple characters and all of that stuff. So I think that those two definitely make it easy to take a bit of a break. Never a full break, but just to say, okay, this week I actually want to do some other stuff and I'm just going to take it easy, log in every day, do just the basic stuff that needs to be done to keep the passive income and the passive things flowing. But other than that, I just played a little bit of EVE Online, and yeah, just not having that pressure to grind down a Plex, not having 3, 4, 5 accounts active that all need paying, that all need to basically be worth it to either sub for them or grind the Plexes down and things like that. I think is definitely what helps me the most to not completely burn out on EVE Online or let it take over my entire life. Also, of course, you want to set some realistic goals, right? I do want a large citadel when that comes out, but I'm not saying if I don't have a large citadel on day one, then I'll feel bad about it. Even if citadel drops like in April and I'm not completely ready, turns out I still need to do a lot of stuff. That's just more stuff for me to work on, and then I just extend my deadline a little bit. It's no problem. So yeah, those would be my 3 tips, right? Pay for your account, stick to one account if you can, and then finally set yourself realistic goals without having hard deadlines that you absolutely must reach. I think that'll allow you to enjoy EVE Online at your own pace whenever you want to, and it won't completely take over all of your life, all of your free time or anything like that. Because it is true that EVE Online is not just a game, it's more of a hobby. It's something completely different from anything else. Talking about anything else, I played a lot of Battlestation Harbinger, and the story behind that is that I think it was on Monday, the developer Bugbyte basically gave me a key to check the game out, as the next day they would actually launch it on Steam. I think it's a successful Kickstarter project, and to me it's been a lot of fun. I'm getting a slight vibe from Banished, in the sense that this game is not super hardcore, super intensive. It is definitely something that you can just play on the easy difficulty setting and then just cruise through it a little bit, learning as you go along and having fun, because that is, I think, the biggest aspect. I do enjoy the gameplay. There's not a lot of micromanagement, it's more planning. How am I going to arm my ship? What weapon am I going to upgrade? What other ships am I going to buy? And then just get into battle time and time again. Try to handle whatever the opponent throws at you, and then just keep trying to grow more and more powerful. And it's definitely been a lot of fun for an €8 game at the moment, €10 at full price. I definitely thought that was a very nice gift from Bugby to give me a key here, and I've been enjoying it all week. Why have I been playing it a lot? I want to unlock more and more powerful ships, and that actually takes a little bit of time, because as you start your first game, you basically create a pilot account, so a main account on the game, and as you finish games, as you have fail games as well, at the end of it, it tallies up your XP, you level up, and as you level up, you unlock more and more powerful ships, new ships, different types of ships with carriers, assault ships that don't have the drone base and things like that. So it's definitely a lot of fun, and it has a decent amount of replayability as well. As far as I'm concerned, just the drive to try and unlock those new ships is enough for me to keep coming back for another game the next evening, and just have fun like that. I did play through one full map, I guess you could say, or one campaign on easy, which is basically 4 of the full maps that you're seeing right now on the screen. And that gave me a pretty big XP boost, but I'm not at every ship unlocked just yet. So I think you can speed it up, because I've just continuously been playing the game on easy to learn all the different weapons, so that I can definitely take my time, not be overwhelmed all of a sudden and not understand what actually killed me. So that is why I think my progression is actually slower than it could be, but it's been a lot of fun so far. And so yeah, Battlestation Harbinger was an awesome gift from the developer to give me a free key there, and I've been enjoying it quite a lot. I think I'll actually keep playing that for the next week as well, try to unlock a few more ships, maybe find out one of the really very powerful ships or something like that, if there's something like that in the game, and just keep having fun. Of course, for the week after that, I am probably going to jump into the Division. But that's what I've been doing, right? A little bit of EVE Online, just the maintenance and just a touch of industry and mining, and then quite a bit of Battlestation Harbinger, making a few videos as well, because the developer said that I was allowed to do that, to cover the game on my channel, so I'm happy to do it. And that was my week, basically, when it comes to gaming. Now, for news, a lot did happen in EVE Online, but nothing completely major or world-shattering. It's just a lot of small tidbits. So let me quickly grab my notes here. Of course, we had the 07 show. I missed the live stream, unfortunately. I completely forgot about it, but it was already up on YouTube on the next day, so I watched that. Pretty cool to hear those scientists be very excited about Project Discovery getting on TQ, so that they can actually start seeing some real returns on the efforts that players put in there. And also incredible to hear the people, the dedication of people on CC when it comes to Project Discovery, where someone, the first player to reach level 100, did more than 2,000 of those classifications, and streamed a lot of that progress. And basically, after like 50 minutes of doing it, he really did feel like he was starting to get a handle on all of the different components of the game, started to recognize when everyone else is making big mistakes and things like that. It was pretty awesome just to see the joy and the excitement that those actual scientists involved in the project showed on the 07 stream. I definitely remember that quite vividly. Another bit of news that dropped is that CCP made a profit in 2015. Now, a lot of that could be due to just basically the bookkeeping, because last year they had a big loss due to World of Darkness write-offs and things like that. But yeah, a profit for CCP, I think it was something like $20 million over 2015, I think is a good sign. I do think that part of the strategy for CCP is to get more games, different games out, and have more streams of income. But so far, this should give them enough cash to keep EVE Online going for quite a while as well. And of course, hopefully to develop Valkyrie, Gunjack, and then the Legion, that won't be called Legion, first-person shooter, and then, you know, integrate all of that in a nice launcher, the EVE universe. And I think that a roadmap for CCP is really being worked hard on, including the finances, which well, look good since CCP did make a profit last year. We also have the CSM minutes. I think that's almost 80 pages of information, so I have not gone through that just yet. I'll need to find some time to be able to maybe print that out and maybe read it on the bus as I go to and from work or something like that. But there could be a lot of good information in the CSM minutes. They've dropped as well, so that is something that I may check out in the upcoming days and weeks. Then some bad news as well. We have 3 devs leaving, which I don't think is due to restructuring or anything like that. I did get the vibe, at least one of the devs responded in the Reddit thread that basically after 9 years at CCP, it was time for him to move on to other projects. And I think it is the same for all of them, which I don't fully get. Why not do the 10 years and get the sword? But well, to each his own, of course. 3 devs leaving, including a few pretty important ones. But I think that everything is still in good hands. Most of the heavy lifting for the expansion should be done, and then it's up to CCP to basically structure themselves to be ready for the future as well, which I think they are doing. I get that vibe when you read the dev blog about RMT, where I think they might strike at like a big cartel or something like that in the near future. And then you also have the wiki that will no longer be supported. I get the feeling that CCP is doing a little bit of spring cleaning, getting ready for FanFest and then for everything else that they have planned in the future after that. And that probably includes getting rid of superfluous projects and then trying to get people in the right positions so that they can actually develop everything that they want to develop, because it is a lot that they're taking on their plate now, of course, with just EVE Online, the new the Stargates and the whole roadmap there seems like a lot of work. Then you've got a VR game, one of the first VR games, which honestly, if it is very successful, could be a big deal for CCP. Then you get a smaller project like Gunjack, and then of course we don't know what they've planned for the shooter, but all of that is a lot of work for CCP, and so getting the structure ready, getting their company ready to handle all of that is really important. And so I think that's basically what's happening there at the moment a little bit. And that's why we get all of these small bits of information where they make a profit, some devs leave, they're not going to support that website anymore, things like that probably mean that CCP is hard at work to get ready for the future there. Pretty awesome stuff in my book, because hearing that CCP actually made a profit made me pretty damn happy and excited for the future of EVE Online. And then finally, maybe I'll quickly note this here, Black Desert Online, the head start is live. I did take a quick trip to the subreddit for Black Desert Online, and it's as I expected, right? I did not jump in on day one. I'm not planning to actually play this game at its actual launch. I may buy it if it goes on sale or something like that, just to check it out, to see if it's actually a fun MMO, but it's definitely not going to be my main game. But the head start is out, and the typical MMO launch problems with the servers are there, of course. But for anyone that is actually looking for a new MMO experience, something that they can sink a lot of time into with sandbox elements, then Black Desert Online may be what you are looking for. For me, it's a game that I have an eye out for, because it is interesting. It has some interesting mechanics, I think, but it is also something that I'm looking to jump into when I have time, when I can pick it up on the cheap, and something that I think I might just drop in for a few weeks, then drop back out a few months later with a big patch, check it out again, things like that. Definitely not something that's going to become my main game, but for a lot of people it could be what they are looking for. And if you want to give it a chance, then of course check out their website, and the head start is live as well, so you may be able to find some live streams, some videos, all the information that you need to make up your mind. If you're looking for another MMO experience, then Black Desert Online is definitely something that you might check out. A lot of people are actually enjoying it very much, except of course it is still very early since the game hasn't launched yet, and so to actually make up to have a good idea about what the game is about is going to be too early, but yeah, why not? If you want in on day one, which is a big draw, to starting a new MMO, of course, as well. For a lot of people, then Black Desert Online is something you might want to check out. Anyways, that's it for this Sunday recap then, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.